So Sokoa pretended to Paul Heyman that he had been on the phone to the big dog, the tribal chief Roman Reigns. But I tell you what, Triple H will not be pretending to be on the phone because the ratings are down. The ratings are pretty low. It may be an increase for last week, but that big nose son of a gun needs help. He needs a ratings draw. And could the tribal chief be on it next week?
Alexa, call Roman Reigns. That's what Triple H needs to do. He needs to call a friend. I need a hero. Is that hero going to be Roman Reigns? It's certainly not Cody Rhodes, that is for sure. Smackdown just in the slump since WrestleMania. I mean, one week you see a small increase, the next week you get the decline, and we're just stuck around that 2.1 million mark where it's not horrible, but it's not great either. So yeah, SmackDown Friday, 17th of March, or 17th of May even. I wish it was March, because wrestling seemed no bad back in March.
With The Rock.
Hit The Rock, and that's all you need really, but we don't have The Rock anymore. We're getting close to rock bottom though. May 17th, 2024, SmackDown did 2.186 million for the addition of the blue brand on that date. The demo was at 0.59, which was pretty low actually, one of the lowest demos in quite a long time. So yeah, the demo wasn't great, but I mean, who cares? Overall viewership was good, or was better even. And did we have competition? Was there NFL on? No. Was there NBA on? Possibly. Hockey? Who knows? Maybe. I just don't like the whole, oh, there was something else on excuse. There's always going to be something else on, right? There's loads of fucking channels. There's loads of TV programs. There's loads of people watching. You may have other shows on, but you've also got the opportunity. It's not just like it's these shows can steal viewers away from WWE. WWE can also steal viewers away from the NHL. See if the NHL's got a dead game. See if it's a boring match. Somebody's winning 3-0. Then why can't WWE try and get the viewers away from them? You know, it works both ways. You can't just say, look, there was something else on. That's why the rating was poor.
No, it's cheap because what it is it's an easy way out, to quote Rocky 4. But there should be no easy way out, because at the end of the day is you should be providing content that is better than the alternative. And obviously, I'm not saying the alternative to wrestling has to be hockey, has to be American football, has to be UFC, whatever. But the reality is, if you put on a compelling product, people should watch. They should choose it over their sport.
See if, let's say there's a brand new TV show on AMC and it's on Monday nights and the ratings are low. Do you think this TV show is going to say, well, you know what, you can't cancel us because I know the ratings are dog shit, but we're going head to head with Monday Night Raw? It doesn't work like that.
No, it doesn't. Of course, it doesn't work like that. But for some reason in wrestling, it works like that. And also, fanboys of certain TV shows will claim, DVR and all that stuff. If it's good, people will watch it live. Shove your DVRs up your arse.
Yeah.
People even use that excuse for wrestling.
People don't watch TV anymore. Well, I mean, look at some of the TV shows that have come out in the last couple of years. You got House of the Dragon, where I think that had the highest premiere in TV, one of the highest premieres, second highest or third highest premiere in TV history. That new show that came out, Tracker, on CBS, not a great show, not that good, yet still doing 8 million viewers every single week. So to say that people do not watch TV anymore, right, that's not necessarily true.
It sounds like we're living in a dystopia coming out with that.
People just don't really watch wrestling anymore. If you look at NFL numbers, it's not like NFL numbers are like way down on what they were 20 years ago. No, because, you know, the NFL, people are still watching the NFL. Super Bowls are watched more now than they were back in the day. But for some reason, WWE, everyone's got the whole, well, you know, you've got online now. There's other methods. There's other methods to watch all this other shit. We can go on watchmovie.com and watch any TV series, alright? You don't need to watch it on the network the day it premieres, but if it's a good show, then you will.
Which, of course, we don't do, by the way. We watch it all legally, but you can watch it illegally, is what we're trying to say.
See the Breaking Bad finale, right? Is somebody going to be sitting up on AMC waiting for that clock to tick round to the hour for the finale to start and see what happens to Walter White? Or are they going to go, you know what, nah, screw that, I'll just watch it online two days later when there's spoilers about and shit? Of course not. If something's great, then you're going to watch it at the earliest possible chance. If something's must-see, then you're going to make sure you see it.
Yeah, That's it.
And the fact is, wrestling's just not must see. Like, these Raws, these Smackdowns, they're not must watch.
Why do people think, right? Why do the marks of this world think that a jobber, king and queen of the ring tournament each with no story is going to get people to tune in? Like, why? Why do they think Triple H is cooking with this? Why would this generate viewers? It's not Deadly Game 98.
That's just annoying. People make it as if, oh no, back in the day, they only got views because it was the only way to watch. No, back in the day, the Attitude Era was must watch. Everyone wanted to see it.
See, back in the day, man, the King of the Ring, right? It was secondary. It wasn't the main attraction. They're trying to book this as if it is like this is the sole reason you should tune in to Raw or SmackDown for the next month.
Yeah, no, but people will say, well, you know what, there's social media now, there's YouTube and stuff. But the fact that some people would rather just check out a few clips on YouTube than watch the full show, it just tells you that the full show's not worth watching. Because if it was good, then you wouldn't be interested in checking out a few clips for YouTube. You'd be interested in watching the full show. So, yeah, there you go. Anyway, it was 2.186 million, up 3% from last week. And if we have a wee dive here into the clips, because this is what we like to do. We like to look at the clips. We like to see who is getting interest, who's getting the views in, and who is not. So yeah, let's have a look then at the YouTube clips uploaded from this SmackDown edition. So in first place, it was the Cody Rhodes and Logan Paul contract signing full segment. This got 985,000 views. Now, it is worth mentioning that this is recorded from 4 p.m. on Monday, so we're looking at, 2.5 days since SmackDown aired. And again, no clips here breaking the million mark. You know, if The Rock was here, the million mark would have been broken on Saturday.
Also, I think when they do these full segments and full matches, they just tend to draw more. I've noticed that.
Yeah, when they put the name full match or full segment, people just check it out. Which shows that people actually want to see the full thing and don't really want to see clip formatting. So that kind of goes against people's logic. Oh, it's because there's other ways of watching it. Well, if that's the case, then why are people wanting to see the full segment? So anyway,
big drop off though to the next segment.
Second place, it is Jade Cargill getting disqualified against Nia Jax, 465,000. Third place, it is Randy Orton planning to destroy the Bloodline. That's got 463,000. Fourth place, Randy Orton striking out Carmelo Hayes, 372,000. Fifth place, Tama Tonga eclipsed LA Knight in the King of the Ring quarterfinal. Alright, normally the Bloodline always do the highest ratings, but again, like I said, you cannot just have this Bloodline. You cannot build the Bloodline off the back of Roman Reigns, the Usos, Sami Zayn, and then replace all those guys with a bunch of fucking nobodies and expect that stable, that faction to carry the same weight and to carry the same interest. It's just not going to happen. Like, you look at, let's say, Evolution, for example. Imagine Randy Orton wins the world title, and instead of him getting kicked out of Evolution, imagine he kicks out Triple H, Batista, Ric Flair, and he calls up 3 guys from OVW to join Evolution. Now you've got the new Evolution with Randy Orton and 3 guys that we do not know and do not care about. You can't expect that people are going to care about Evolution the same way they did when Batista, Triple H, and Ric Flair were there. It's just not going to happen, and that's what we've got now. We've got this Bloodline light version, and it fucking sucks.
No, it does suck. And you even see when they walk past Jey Uso, they feel inferior to Jey Uso. And that's a problem. And we've seen it in the past, right? People will liken it to NWO in 2002. I think that's a disservice. I think NWO in 2002 just didn't work because of the constant setbacks with injuries. I mean, if anyone's trying to say that adding like Booker T and Shawn Michaels to the NWO's comparative to these 2 bums for Japan, they need their head looked at. What happened is Scott Hall getting drunk and getting fired and Nash doing his quad for the millionth time.
But even look at TNA, like, you know, you have the original main event Mafia, it was fucking great. And then, like, 2 years later, they bring it back and they add Samoa Joe and Matt Morgan, and you're supposed to... I think Gunner was in there as well. It's like, Gunner, who cares? So, yeah, it just doesn't work. Bloodline, yes, it was great, but that 3-4 years that they spent building the bloodline, that is not the bloodline that we have now. And I just do not believe that Solo Sikoa is a main event guy. He doesn't strike me as a leader. He was fine as like the silent enforcer type, but now that he is the main man of this faction, I think he's incredibly cringe. He walks down to the ring like he's stalking something, like he's some sort of comic book character, and even the suits that he's wearing and the gloves, it's like he's trying to be, I don't know, fucking something like a Batman, like the Riddler or something, and it's like the way he walks, it's very like comic booky. I don't like it. You see Roman Reigns, we can say what we want about Roman Reigns, overrated bastard, but the guy looked like a star. When he came out to the ring, he had that essence, he had that aura about him. Solo Sikoa doesn't have that. Solo Sikoa's got this fake, wannabe tough guy look going for him.
No, he does, and what I think, the Bloodline's hanging on by a thin hair, and that thin hair is the fact that Paul Heyman's still a part of it. You took Paul Heyman out of appearing on SmackDown every week with these guys, how much worse would they be?
Yeah, at this point, I'm convinced that the only reason people are still checking out the Bloodline stuff is because of Paul Heyman.
Yep.
And the fact that Roman Reigns is still getting name dropped. See, if you take Paul Heyman out and you take away these imaginary phone calls to Roman Reigns, I mean, does anybody care?
Hey, Sal, did you even... I mean, see if you're going to pretend that he's phoning Roman Reigns, why not pretend he's phoning The Rock? No, honestly.
Wait, why not actually have The Rock on voicemail?
Yeah.
Does it need to be The Rock? Can they not get like an AI version? I mean, come on.
I don't know what's going on, but here... if you pretend to phone Roman Reigns, why not pretend to phone The Rock? Fucking pretend to phone anyone you want.
Anyway, 6th place, Bianca Belair versus Tiffany Stratton, Queen of the Ring quarterfinal. This got 205,000 views. Wrong person won this match, in my opinion.
Yep.
7th place, Carmelo Hayes introduces LA Knight to him.
Segment of the night.
This got 156,000 views. And in 8th place, DIY defeat Legado del Fantasma.
This sticks out like a sore thumb.
Yeah.
It stuck out like a sore thumb when I was reviewing it, and it stuck out like a sore thumb now. I think it's a disservice to LA Knight and Carmelo Hayes that this is 7k behind.
Yeah, you know what? I'll say with Carmelo Hayes, the guy literally hasn't been on the main roster that long. Just because you're the top guy in NXT doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to have everybody loving you on the main roster. But what I would say is,
see, wee segments like this though, by the way, like that are backstage and only last like a minute and a half clip.
A lot of people don't bother clicking on it.
Yeah, and I think that's I'm not saying if it was The Rock they wouldn't click. Of course they would.
I'm going to be honest. I'll be less likely to click on a video that's got, because see if I see a video that's maybe just lasting over a minute, I'm thinking, right, well, hold on. You're probably going to have about 20 seconds of outro. So, I mean, you're maybe getting even less than a minute here. Is it worth clicking on it?
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's probably not helping that. But if you take Carmelo Hayes out of the equation, what I would say is, on our SmackDown tier list, I think we put LA Knight top of main eventer. I think he was the top guy on the tier list.
Yeah.
But we didn't put him in top star. And I said the reason for that is like he hasn't really proven that he has the top star credentials. As much as I think he has got the ability and the promo work and all that stuff and the look to be a top star, but these numbers don't really help him either.
Yeah, it's like Randy Orton is 3rd and 4th here, and he's outdrawn LA Knight by a lot. And it's not, I don't think it's a coincidence. Like Randy Orton's a household name. Pretty much, I'm not saying everyone on planet Earth knows him, but see if you're of a certain age, I think you'll know the name Randy Orton. Just based off WWE.
Yeah, and people will say, oh, LA Knight reminds you of The Rock in Austin. I mean, I can guarantee you in the late 90s, if they had YouTube, The Rock in Austin clips would be first, second.
Yeah, but reminding us of someone, you need to create your own thing.
No, and that's good, but he's just not really bringing in the numbers. The fact that LA Knight is in the 5th and 7th most viewed clips instead of the maybe 1st and 3rd or 2nd and 4th is what it is. Anyway, there you go, guys. That's our thoughts. LA Knight for me, main eventer, deserves a title reign, but he hasn't really got that drawing power. That's what I mean by him not being a top star yet, in my opinion. But who knows? I mean, I guess unless you're booked like a top star, you can't become a top star. True. I don't know anyone who became a big star by fucking getting jobbed at 50-50.
He's not been helped, right? But like Tony D on NXT, his clips don't draw. See his wee vignettes backstage and shit, they don't draw.
That's an issue, though.
No, that is an issue.
Now, we can like Tony D and his wee vignettes, but at the end of the day, if he's not drawing, if he's not bringing in the numbers, then you can make a good case as to why he shouldn't be in these main event scenes.
Absolutely, but anyway, it's just the YouTube clips, isn't it? What about the ratings? What about the quarter by quarters? Does that matter more to them? Or is it the YouTube clips these days?
Right, well, we'll see what the quarter by quarter hours are like when they come out, guys. We'll catch you in that one. Till then, though, peace.